Today I'm going to be installing a new intake on my car. So right now I do have the EJ205 in my 2000 2.5 RS, and I'm just running the stock air box. And I already went ahead and removed the master airflow sensor, loosened this, and loosened that bolt down there. And I'll come in here and I'll show the intake I got. So I got a SPT, the short ram intake. So this is Subaru's factory short air intake for a 02 to 07 WRX. And I also have the heat shield here. And looks like one of these tabs was broken or cut off. And honestly, I have no idea if this stuff fits in the engine bay. I know it works on the engine because that's an 02 WRX engine, and this is made specifically for that engine. I just don't know if it will fit in the 2.5 RS engine bay. I'm not sure if this fits either, so let's go see if it fits. Alright, so I started to put this heat shield in. It looks like it goes underneath there where the power steering line goes. And then a couple of these plugs in the way. Looks like it's gonna fit down there. And then this actually lines up perfectly. And you can see there's a hole right there for a bolt. And I should be able to get that like that. So it looks like that should actually fit, which is awesome. So I'm gonna go ahead and find a bolt to put in there. So I'm actually gonna leave that a little bit loose and try to put on the intake first. That way I can move this a little bit. And then I end up getting the O2 sensor plug just wrapped around in there. So it's also should be inside this heat shield. And I'm hoping that this will line up with the hole down there. So let me slide this in and we'll see if it lines up. And I am running the stock turbo inlet here. So you just have this little adapter here, and I should just slide over the stock inlet. So yeah, it looks like it's gonna fit right under there. And then as you can see down there, it actually will line up with that hole like that, which fits perfectly. So that means that I can bolt this straight to the stock bolt locations, which is awesome. Alright, so I got it all installed. I did end up finding a bolt already that fit there, so this is nice and secure. Got a bolt down there now. And yeah, so it's all installed. So if you have a EJ205 or EJ207 swapped RS, a SPT intake will bolt in perfectly with the factory bolt holes there, and even the heat shield will fit right in there, and even fits in the engine bay fine. So I'm gonna go take it for a test drive and see what it sounds like. All right, so my car is all warmed up. I'm in second gear. I'm just gonna get on a little bit and see if you can. Okay, I'm not sure if it comes up on camera, but you can definitely hear the turbo noise a lot louder. And then also the blow-off valve. I'm running the stock recirculating blow-off valve, so there's no vent to atmosphere at all, but you can hear it through the intake pretty well. So again, let's see if you can hear it. Second gear. Okay, so in the car it's definitely loud. I am running a 3-inch downpipe that's still catted, and I think I'm running an HKS exhaust. But yeah, it's definitely pretty loud. It was way louder than I was expecting. Yeah, the car pulls good with it. And it seems like it's running good. I've only been driving for about half an hour, but seems like no issues. So I'm gonna get back home and I'll show you guys what's the next thing I'm gonna do to this car, and show you a couple things I added. So I just got back after installing the SPT intake, and I have to say it's pretty awesome. I didn't think you would get so much blow-off noise with it, especially because I'm just running the stock blow-off valve, and you get way more turbo noise when you're getting on it, which is even cooler. So I definitely recommend it because it installs with the factory holes in the chassis, so you don't have to drill anything. So it's just a bolt-on part, and it's a Subaru part, so you know it's going to fit perfectly. And I didn't think it would fit that perfectly in a GC chassis, but hey, it fit perfectly. So I'm pretty happy with that. And so a couple things I did install on this car is this sweet steering wheel cover. The steering wheel is pretty beat up underneath, so I just went ahead and just got one of these cheapy ones, but it's actually super comfortable. I am going to rewrap this or find a new one. I just want to find one that's in perfect shape. So it's been quite hard because they don't sell these steering wheels anymore. You have to find a used one. And I haven't had much luck getting one in really good shape. But it's working fine and I really like it. The second thing I did to it is I got this carbon fiber trim. I actually found this at a junkyard. I went to the junkyard to get a new door handle. And the car actually had all the factory carbon fiber trim. Someone broke the radio trim, which sucks. They broke it to get the radio out, even though it was some crappy radio, because they left the screen in the car, so they pretty much ruined it for no reason. And they ruined the vents, ripping this off. So that kind of sucks, but I ended up getting this trim. It is from an automatic, so it doesn't have the clips for the shift boot. But I know you can modify this to take a shift boot, and if it still shifts fine in all the gears, it doesn't hit anything. So which is cool. So I just need to get a shift boot for it, and yeah. And then also I have the gauge pillar here. So it's the factory one, and then you can get a double or a single DIN plate for it to install gauges. They make those already, and I know it fits because someone else did it. The only thing is it's brown because it was from a Forester, so I need to paint it. So I'm going to try to find paint that will match this, and then I'm going to go ahead and install that and get some gauges right here. And I'm still running the same engine I had in this car. I know I posted a video about having a new engine. I just haven't installed it yet, just with all the craziness going on right now. I just wanted to have one car that's reliable, and I really don't want to pull the engine in this car right now and then have no car if I need to go somewhere. So that's kind of on hold for right now, especially because the engine in this car is still running perfectly fine. I don't know how. Like I said, I haven't really compression checked it at all. The timing belt was done when I got it, so I really don't know much about that engine besides that it runs fine the way it is. It does burn some oil, and I have a really low mile engine I want to put in and then get this car tuned.